Hi friends, we are students from Tyagarajar College of Engineering in Madurai, and we are currently studying ECE third semester, that is second year. So now we are going to present about monostable multivibrator using 555 timer. That is commonly used IC, everyone knows about that. So our team name is Xilinx, and Xilinx is the company, one of the electronics company name we inspired. They make FPGA chips, microprocessor, and etc. So we will proceed on to the topic. So what is monostable multivibrator? Monostable multivibrator is nothing but it's just a device that is used to generate a single output, either high or low, based on the trigger input that we give. So the time cycle of the monostable is determined by the time constant of timing capacitor and resistor until the resets or returns itself back to its original state. So we have two states, that is stable and unstable, and we consider stable as low state and unstable as high state. Signal is given, the stable state goes to unstable states and will be in unstable state for some time, and it automatically goes down to stable state. That's what we are going to see in this presentation, how it works. So now we will see what about IC 555 timer. This is one of the most popular and versatile integrated circuit ever produced. It was first introduced by Hans R. Kamenzied in 1970 and brought to the market in 1971 by Signetics, that is currently now owned by Philips company. So it is, even though it is 30-year-old and it is still being used, so you all know its greatness about 555 IC timer. So it is a combination of digital as well as analog circuits. Application of 555 timer includes, so these are the basic application of 555 timers. First one is bounce free switches and cascaded timers, then frequency dividers, voltage controlled oscillators, pulse generators and LED flashers, sawtooth generator, pulse width modulation, pulse position modulator, then frequency divider. These are some of the 555 timer applications. We have many more applications, but we are not including these in this module. So this is 555 timer IC pin configuration, and this is ground. The first pin is ground, and from we look in anti-clockwise, then comes the trigger, then output, then the reset, then control, then threshold, then discharge, and then VCC. VCC is the voltage that we give. So if we look at the multivibrator, monostable multivibrator, there will be high and low. The high will be the VCC that we give, and the low will be 0. So this is the circuit inside 555 timer. So this is the SR flip-flop that is commonly used in many circuits, and these two are comparators. That is in this case it will be op-amp, that is operational amplifier. This is the upper operational amplifier, this will be lower operational amplifier. So these are the voltage divider, that is 3 resistor of 5 kilo ohm is given to equally split the given voltage VCC into 3 parts. Then this is the transistor, which will be act as switch. When Q bar is 1, it will connect 7th pin to ground. So this dotted box is what we saw in the previous slide. This is the 555 IC timer, and these are the connections to need to be made so that it will be a monostable multivibrator. So we will look about its working in the next coming slides. This is the circuit description about the previous circuit diagram. In the diagram we can see that we have connected a resistor RA between the supply voltage, that is in pin 8 we saw in the IC pin configuration, and threshold voltage in pin 6. Also threshold voltage and discharge pins are shorted. A capacitor of capacitance C is connected between threshold and ground. The function of this capacitor is to suppress noise and deliver energy during the transition time of the output. Between control voltage pin 5 and ground, a capacitor of capacitance 0.01 microfarad is connected. This is the circuit description. Then we have the working operation of the monostable multi-vibrator. So we know that if we leave a capacitor alone, then it will automatically naturally discharges, and so it will be zero voltage, so it will be taken as initial voltage. So this capacitor is zero voltage as at initial state. Now when we start the sequence, we apply negative trigger voltage down, shown in the red color in left side, that is here. This trigger voltage will be sent so that sequence will get started. Now when trigger voltage goes below VCC by 3, that is 1/3 of the VCC voltage level, at that time the lower comparator, that is the operational amp at lower thing, this will be activated. So when this activates, the positive voltage pin becomes greater than the negative voltage pins, and this will be caused, a positive pin is fixed with 1/3 of CCC that we saw in the circuit diagram at starting. Due to that voltage divided is into 3 states, the positive pin can hold only up to 1/3 of the VCC. So it will get charged until 1/3 of the VCC is acquired. So now when we go to the output, that is lower capacitor that is connected to SR flip-flop, we know that when S is 1 and R is 0 in SR flip-flop, the output becomes Q equal to 1 and Q bar equal to 0, which starts output signal, that is portion of the red becomes high in the shown output graph. Let me show you the thing. And here this is the lower operation amplifier, and this, when S is 1 and R is 0, the Q becomes 1 and Q bar becomes 0. So here the output will be given. So now after this is done, then the capacitor starts to charge through the resistor A, that is through the resistor A we get 1/3 of the VCC, that is what here given, and it continues up to the voltage 2/3 of the VCC. So when the 2/3 of the VCC is acquired, then the output remains high during the time period, and during this period any trigger voltage applied in the trigger pin will have no effect on the output. So during this time, anyways the output will be high, so any change in trigger or thing will have no effect in output since it is already high. So now the capacitor reaches the voltage level 2/3 of the VCC and exceeds the voltage. At the time the comparator, that is upper operational amplifier, the positive pin voltage becomes the negative voltage level. As the positive is connected with the capacitor and negative is fixed with the 2/3 of the VCC given the voltage in the 555 resistor network. Here we can see that R pin in the SR flip-flop is connected to the output comparator, that is the upper comparator. So the input of the SR flip-flop is S equal to 0 and R equal to 1. So obviously the output is Q equal to 0 and Q bar will be 1. So as the Q is connected to the output and becomes low, the stable, so when the time period of the unstable becomes stable, so it drops. This will be covered in the graph in the next slide. Again we can see that Q bar is connected with the gate of the discharge BGT, that is the transistor given at the lowest part of the circuit diagram, whose collector connected with the capacitor C and emitter is grounded. So if the gate voltage is 1, then the gate opens and capacitor discharges and becomes 0, which is the initial condition that was there, and this whole circuit in the state as it was initially. Now if we give another trigger pulse, the whole sequence starts again, that we obviously know. So now moving on to the next slide, we have graphical representation. And when the trigger, this is the trigger signal, when the trigger is given, the output also reacts, and the output will be for certain time period, that is that time period will be can be changed with respect to capacitor and the capacitor value and the resistor value that is given in the circuit. So this is the capacitor graph. So as the capacitor charges till the till the what output is high, then after the output goes low, the capacitor also discharges the whole thing, and again when trigger is initiated, the output goes high as well as the capacitor starts to discharge. So here capacitor plays the main role as charging and discharging. So here the amount of charge, the amount of voltage capacitor holds, it can be determine the output. So this is triple and monostable multivibrator. So now we see some of the monostable multivibrator. Monostable multivibrator is used as delay and timing circuits. It is also used for temporary memories. Since IC 555 timer is versatile, it can be used for temporary memories, and it often used to trigger another pulse generator. It is used for regenerating old and worn out pulses. Yeah, thank you. I hope you understood this monostable multivibrator. We hope that our presentation was good. Thank you.